Hey LeGrand Alive, this is your weekly sports showcase brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress and Grand Run Hospital. And today I have the special treat of being here with Tim Camp, who is the EOU head coach, a coach who has brought the EOU Mountaineers a long way since he started coaching about 8 years back. Is that what I'm understanding correctly?
Been here for a while.
Yeah. So we're going to talk today a little bit about the game last week and then the upcoming game this coming week. So last week we beat the number one Marion Knights, shut them out 17-0. How did this happen? Tell me a little bit about what happened last game. What was your strategy going into the game?
Well, we have a really good coaching staff, and the players played hard, and you got to give the credit to them. You know, we had a great game plan, and the kids executed. You know, we talk about preparation each and every week, and being able to prepare the right way, and then to be able to go and execute it against a very good Marion football team. You know, very deserving to be the number one team in the country. But the good guys came out on top that day, and again, it comes down to preparation. It comes down to being able to execute the game plan, which the coaches and the players did.
Excellent. So what kind of preparation, you talk about preparation, what kind of preparation did you put your team through for this kind of a game?
Well, our goal is to be 1-0 each week, you know, and that's it makes it really easy that way. But when I talk about preparation, the coaches spend a lot of time here in breaking down film and to get a great game plan together, and then to be able to go and execute all week during practice, fix the things that need to be fixed, and it really comes down to fundamentals of football, being able to block better, being able to tackle better, being able to do the things that we coach them to do since day one here, and then to be able to go put a great product out on the field and give the kids a chance to be out on the field and be successful executing the game plan.
Excellent. So from the time that you started coaching in, I believe, 2008, you have entirely turned the EOU team around from, I believe it was a 10-1 or a 1-10 record when you started on coaching, and now we are on, what is the record for this team, or for this season?
We're 10-2 right now.
10-2, so we have almost entirely swapped it around. Right. What is the secret of getting these boys to swap around from such a margin?
Well, I think, again, I said initially is we have great coaches, you know, guys that care about the players, very, very intelligent football minds. You know, each one of my coaches played for me, with the exception of one.
Oh, wow.
Right? And then I think they have a lot invested in Eastern Oregon and the buy-in. You know, our kids are buying what our coaches are selling each day, and it's not just about football. It's about caring about them as people, trying to make them better today than they were yesterday. Football is just the car we drive. You know, it's how we get a chance to be around them each day. But at the same time, we want to do our very best to make sure that the players have a place to go. We realize that they're away from home, and we want them to be able to count on us as a coaching staff. We don't want to replace them as we're not their parents, but at the same time, it gives them an opportunity to make a connection with somebody, and somebody who cares about them, not just on the football field, but in life as well.
So it sounds like there's more to this than just football. It's also about the personal and the investment in the kids.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think that you can win any place, but at the same time, it's not all about winning for us. It's about winning in the classroom, the community. Kids are going to make mistakes. There's no doubt about it, but it's our job to create learning situations for them, and it also goes on the field. They're going to make mistakes on the field, but that's our job to be able to coach. So it's a lot more than just football here at Eastern. You know, it's trying to develop a culture that you can surround yourself by great people, and you know, great becomes outstanding if you do the right thing when the time comes.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about this upcoming game this weekend. We are playing the Baker City. What's their Wildcats? Yep. Correct. Wildcats.
Baker Wildcats. They're 13-0, 5-0 in their conference, and Baldwin City, Kansas. We're going to fly into Kansas City on Friday, and we're going to give them everything we can.
Absolutely. Are you going to swap anything up this week? I mean, I know you can't talk a lot of specifics because you don't want them seeing anything, but are we going to be seeing any sort of surprises this weekend?
No, we are who we are. You know, our system and our style of play fit in with just about anybody in the country, and I think that obviously there's going to be some tweaks here and there, but at the same time, going in, coming out, we're going to run our offense, and defensively we're going to run to the football, and we're going to try and tackle. So those are the pretty fundamental things that we teach. I mean, today, we were week 17, and we're still running tackle circuits, to try and help the defense, still chasing them around to try and get them to the football. So we basic fundamentals of football is what's going to win this game. The team that blocks better, the team that tackles better, usually has a higher percentage of winning a football game.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you trust your system.
Well, I think our system and our coaches. Again, it's I could never do this by myself. We've been fortunate to have some very good coaches here who mentor these kids every single day, and it's awesome to sit back and watch. We've had some coaches that have been with me for a long time, not as players and also now as position coaches, to be able to watch them say the same thing that I told them 9 years ago.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool to be able to watch them coach and to be able to see how they've developed as, now they're parents, and now they're in the real world. So hopefully along the way they've learned some pretty cool things from Eastern Oregon University and our coaching philosophies that we have here.
Absolutely. So last question for you.
Yep.
So you have a very legitimate, distinct possibility of ending it up in the final game for the Nationals. What is it like to have a run at this kind of a placement?
Well, I think it's something that you, as a coach, you always work for, and I have no compassion for time spent on the job. I mean, I've done some of my best coaching and some of my worst record years,
Wow.
and we just happen to have some really good kids and really good coaches who have put us in a position to, our senior leadership this year is unbelievable. We have some really good kids in the senior class, and they're bringing the younger kids up, and it's awesome to sit and watch that. But I think that, our goal is to be 1-0 this week, and it just
Absolutely.
happens to be Baker, and it could be anybody. We're not going to change what we do. It just happens to be Baldwin, Kansas, and we're going to have a great time. I think the trip, we travel a lot of miles. We were undefeated on the road this year, which is a cool thing, and that just shows that you have a chemistry within your football team. You have great leadership from within, and they're able to handle the pressures that are put on them during the course of a season. So to me, it's just another game, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to do everything that we can to make Eastern Oregon University proud, that they have a football team, Eastern Oregon, the community, to make sure that they understand how happy and they're so supportive of us, and we want to go and make sure we put our best foot forward and represent Eastern Oregon University and the community of LeGrand.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck or Providence to you this weekend, and thank you for sitting down and talking with me. And thank you, LeGrand Alive, for tuning in. This has been Sports Showcase with Tim Camp, brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress and Grand Ron Hospital. Please like and share this video, and stay tuned for more local content.